Hey, I just wanted to take a minute and talk about exactly why I'm doing the channel and what it is exactly, approximately, that I'm trying to accomplish. So what it really comes down to is it comes down to my family and creating positive memories for them, because a few years ago I was diagnosed with cancer. It was 2013. I got a routine blood test at the VA, and it turns out that my prostate specific antigen was elevated above 4.0, and that's one of the indicators for prostate cancer. So I agreed to have a biopsy, and the biopsy indicated that I had prostate cancer. So the VA gave me a Gleason score of 3+3, which is very low risk. It's pretty much the lowest you can get, and assured me that the prostate cancer was within my prostate, and that would be the end of it. They presented different options. One of the options they presented were seeds. Was not appropriate for me because I have small children. Radioactive seeds can adversely affect other people around you, especially when they're in close proximity. The next option was a radical prostatectomy to remove the prostate itself, and then supposedly that's the end of story. I elected to go outside of the VA and to go to Procure for proton therapy. Proton therapy is a directed beam. It shoots one day on the left side, goes into your hip, and the next day you go in and it shoots on the right side. The protons have mass, and they supposedly obliterate the target without irradiating the organs that a photon therapy would irradiate. It just seemed the least invasive, and they assured me that I had a 99.9% chance of, being cancer-free. Initially when I got the diagnosis, I was, you're devastated. You get diagnosed with cancer because I dreaded it all my life. My father died of cancer. My grandfather died of cancer, and I didn't expect to live until the age that I was 54 at the time, and I didn't expect to live to that. I expected to get cancer before, like my father and my grandfather before him. So when I got diagnosed with cancer, and that it was prostate cancer, it's kind of funny, I felt relieved. And I was relieved because prostate cancer, when it's local, contained within the prostate, is curable. Then a year after the completion of the radiation therapy, my PSA, prostate specific antigen, started going up again. So I went back and we had another MRI, and that MRI revealed that my obturator lymph nodes were enlarged. The doctor recommended a biopsy. I went for a biopsy, and after the biopsy, they said, yeah, okay, your cancer has spread to your obturator lymph nodes, and you now have distant prostate cancer. Now that was devastating, because metastatic prostate cancer is a death sentence. It's not a quick and easy death. It's a slow and lingering death. It was not something that I wanted to deal with, contend with, or even think about. Who wants to think about their own expiration date? Because basically that's what it amounted to. Maybe before this, who knows? Who knows how long I would have lived. However, now I have an expiration date, and I'm just going to, deal with things in accordance. So at first I did radiation in conjunction with hormone therapy, and the radiation was horrible. It kicked my ass. it was probably the most horrible experience of my life. I've never felt so sick. And, I was vomiting, I was weak, my hair fell out. I felt horrible. I felt really bad. And at that point, somewhere in that point, I decided, nope, I'm not doing this. I'm out on this. I'm not on this program, because it's all about quality of life, not quantity of life. Who wants to live to be 100 if you live a sickly, horrible life? It's about quality of life, and about being up and healthy, being able to be with my family and share with them. So I was like, that's it, 1 round of chemo, I'm done. Since I was just going to do hormone therapy, I elected to go back to the VA, and we began the hormone therapy. So I would get these injections, and once every 3 months I would get an injection, and they would monitor my PSA, and my PSA went down. So after a year, I decided, okay, that's good. We're going to go off of the hormone therapy. Let's see what happens. So I was good for a year. I felt good. I felt better than I'd felt in a long time, because the hormone therapy, there are some issues. You're not as strong. I've lost probably about 40% of my strength. There's risk of spontaneous bone fracture, gynecomastia. These are all big things for me, But so I went off of the hormone therapy. Everything was good for a year, and then another routine blood test, because they're regularly monitoring my blood for my PSA. The PSA had gone back up. It went up higher than it was the first time. And we did some tests, and they couldn't find where it is, but the PSA is going up. So 6 months ago, we went back on the hormone therapy. When I was faced with not being around for my children, who I have one daughter who's 9, another daughter who's 11, and I have a son who's 17 years old. When I was faced with not being around for them, it was that, I don't know, I felt powerless. I felt unable. These things were beyond my ability to do anything about them. All I could do was do the treatment and hopefully stick around as long as I could to, be of some kind of, benefit to them. I'm doing the channel because I want to create positive experiences and memories for my family, so that hopefully down the road they'll remember me in a positive way, because I love them. I want to be with them. I want more than anything to be with them. I want to watch my daughters grow up. I want to watch them graduate college. I want to watch them get married and have their own kids, hopefully in that order, and have their own lives, and lead full and happy lives. I want to see that, but it just doesn't look like it's going to be in the cards. So I got to do the best that I can to be around for them. It's not for me, because my personal opinion is I'm okay with it. I'm just okay with it. I've led a full and a full life. I've been around the world. I've seen a lot of things. I've done a lot of things, and I feel blessed that I've been able to do and see the things that I've done and go the places that I've been to. But when I was doing those things, I didn't have a family, and now I do. I have a family. It's later in life. I have a family. I would like to stick around so that I can be with them and hopefully be of some benefit to them. So that's the reason that I do this. Now the overlanding thing, I've been camping ever since I was a kid. I was a scout growing up. I was a Cub Scout. I was a Boy Scout. I grew up camping. I camped in the military. We didn't call it camping, but you know, I camped a lot in the military, and it's, you know, I love camping. When my son was in Boy Scouts, we camped a lot. And it's kind of funny because Boy Scouts do a lot of car camping. Not like when I was a kid, we packed it on our back and we hiked out to where we were going, and that's what, if you didn't bring it with you, you didn't have it. But so, you know, I discovered this thing called overlanding, which is vehicle dependent camping. It's car camping, glorified car camping, and it's really cool. You know, you go places, sometimes remote places. You see things that you wouldn't see, you know, from the road, and you know, it's fun. I enjoy it. I really like it, and I like the people that I've been blessed to meet and associate with since I started overlanding. We've made some good friends. I really like them, and you know, I'd like to share these experiences with other people, and hopefully they'll get out there and discover some of the same experiences. So pretty much in a nutshell, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. One, I love camping. Two, I'm filming to create better memories, or good memories. I say better memories, good memories for my family, positive memories for my family, and hopefully they'll remember me when I'm gone in a positive light. So thank you for listening. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to making more videos. You know, if you like them, don't forget to subscribe. I know everybody says that. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell button so you can be notified when there's new videos, etc., etc., etc. So thank you, and have a nice day. Bye.